I wish to call Officer Blunt.
Call Officer Blunt!
Please tell the court what happened.
I was assaulted.
And is the culprit present in the court?
That's him in the overalls.
I rest my case, my lord.
Good. Where's my black cap?
We haven't heard the defence, my lord.
Is it really necessary? Oh, go on. Just don't take all day.
Now then, Officer Blunt. What was the nature of your injuries?
I got very wet.
But you didn't suffer any physical harm.
I could have caught a nasty cold.
Tell the court how you got wet.
While patrolling on Bellevue, I was saturated by a sudden shower.
Did you ascertain its source?
Oh, yeah. I heard laughter from the walkway above.
That would be the factory walkway.
That's right.
Who lodged the complaint against Hobbins?
Objection, my lord. Defense is contriving to lead the witness.
It was a simple question. I wish to establish the seriousness of the complaint made against my client.
I shall permit the witness to answer. However, I'm awarding Mr. Greaves 5 points for a well-timed interruption.
So who did lodge the complaint?
It was Daniel Piermont.
What was Mrs. Piermont's grievance?
Cruelty to her pet dog. I interviewed Hobbins on 4 occasions, but he still hasn't confessed.
Did you examine the dog?
I tried to.
And?
The bugger bit me.
No further questions, Your Honor. I'd like to question the defendant. Did you assault Officer Blunt?
Objection, my lord.
Why, man, what's wrong?
Repetition, my lord?
Objection overruled.
Are you guilty of assault?
Not me. I was fixing one of the cooling pipes, and it burst.
So Blunt's soaking was an accident?
Not exactly.
Why did the pipe burst?
Some joker had cut a power cable and overloaded the steam release in the power station. That's what damaged the cooling pipe.
Oh, I see. Did you laugh at Blunt's predicament?
Laugh? I'd nearly wet me pants.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Greaves, you may start the bonus round.
The facts speak for themselves, my lord. Hobbins is a cruel and callous man, with no respect for law and order. I recommend the maximum possible sentence.
Any comments from the defense?
I don't believe this is happening. This is total madness. You've all been warped in some way. And I think Link is the cause.
Silence! I've heard quite enough of this nonsense. So it's time for me to make my judgment. Howard Hobbins, you've won tonight's star prize. Life imprisonment. However, in view of your service to the city, I'm going to reduce your sentence. 2 hours community service. Court dismissed.
Hey, get your hands off my drink, Buster.
Is there a subway around here?
What?
I'm looking for the subway.
What are you, a train spotter? Hear that, Gallagher? This guy's a train spotter.
There's no law against that.
Only because there aren't any trains.
Look, guys, I'm not a train spotter.
Who asked you?
Hey, music lover. If you're looking for the best in sounds, I got 'em. The music of the spheres right here on Earth. So come on, get your fingers on my buttons. Let's make beautiful music together.
How offensive. Why they put voices in these machines is beyond me.
I'm all warmed up for you, baby.
Shut up and let me check the selections. Oh, Lord, it's mostly country and western.
Nobody's perfect.
Ah, there are 3 tunes by the Resident Band.
So, what's your choice, big boy?
You search but find nothing. Excuse me, Thanks again for the port, Doc.
It's a pleasure to do business with you.
Excuse me. Thanks again for the port, Doc.
It's a pleasure to do business with you.
Excuse me. Can you match my fingerprints to those on this glass?
Oh, yes. My machine will do that automatically.
It's not against the law, is it?
Whatever gave you that idea?
Don't security use them to check people's identities?
If they do, it's the first time I've heard of it. The usual procedure for identification of suspects is a retina scan at the post-mortem. Now, about these prints you requested. Open the panel on my machine and insert the glass. Then place your hands in the autodermatome.
Will this hurt, Doc?
Oh, yes. Quite considerably.
If it's for ventilation, it must lead somewhere. I'd never shift that in 1,000 years. That's too big and heavy to carry. It's a big box made of wood. The grill is too firmly attached to pull from the wall. The subway. It's like a warren built by giant rabbits.